October 9th, 2019 meeting of the Fayette County Tourism Board. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, on the minutes, by Lindsay.
The last meeting was September 23rd, 2019. The meeting was called to order. Then there was the approval of the August and September 2019 meeting minutes. D. Phillips made a motion to accept the minutes as read. D. Phillips seconded, motion carried. For the treasurer report, the balance was $23,109.35. The bicentennial balance was $26,13. Al Brooks made a motion to accept. D. Phillips seconded, motion carried. For old business, debanding the bicentennial committee. Mike Sparks reported that the committee would like to purchase a plaque for the amphitheater stage using the remaining balance. After this purchase is made and the account has been zeroed out, we will disband the committee, likely at the October meeting. For History in Your Own Backyard, remaining videos have been completed. Videos can also be found on a flash drive and at the state library. For new business grant requests, the Parks Department Movies at the Park, Summer and Fall of 2020 inaugural event, free family outing for Movies at the Park. Movies would start late and hopefully encourage those from out of town to stay overnight. Requesting $3,500 to buy inflatable movie screen and projector. Catherine Good wants to showcase the parks and host more events to attract out-of-town guests as well as entertain local families. D. Phillips made a motion to approve the grant as requested. T. DeGroat seconded, motion passed. Apple Dumpling Days Connersville Festival Committee, October 11th to 12th Annual Fall Festival, asking for $2,500 for radio advertisement and promote the event, as well as the History on Wheels display. D. Phelps made a motion to approve the grant as written. T. DeGroat seconded. Al Brooks abstained due to being on the Connersville Festivals Committee. Motion passed. For the website, have there been any updates to the website recently? Al Brooks has not updated it recently and hasn't heard from Angel Perez, but will check and add recent events. And then meeting was adjourned. Tamara DeGroat made the motion to adjourn. D. Phillips seconded. Motion carried.
Okay, do I hear on that on the first of the approval of the minutes? That was D. Phelps and D. Phillips. We read through that quick, and it sounded like it was both. It was the same one.
D. Phelps made the motion. D. Phillips seconded.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna make that
read that
as-
through. And then
Yes.
it's like, okay, just want to be sure. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I will second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay. Treasurer's report.
Right now, the current balance is $23,017.01. Of that, now the total for bicentennial that's left is $3,679.50.
Okay. I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I guess I'll second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Moving on to Amanda Falk is here to represent, at the last, or when we approved the grant request by the festival committee for the Apple Dumpling Days. Second page was not.
Overlooked.
It was overlooked, yeah. And we approved it for $2,500. We approved, it was split into two things, one for advertising and one for the History on Wheels.
Right.
And we saw that History on Wheels would overlook the advertising, so we approved it for $2,500. But we approved it for both, but we just didn't see the extra money.
Right.
The additional, they needed an additional $500 for advertising, as well as $250 for a 1 hour live spot, which will be Friday from 6 to 7 during the concert in front of the Art Association building.
Correct.
And that concert will be by Miss Jackie and Save Tonight. So for a total of an additional $750, which would make the total grant $3,250.
Right.
So we just need a motion to approve that amendment.
Hold on.
What you got, Al?
What's the total grant cost?
$3,250.
Okay.
$2,500 for the initial incentive.
Yeah. Radio and a live spot.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Do I have a motion for that amendment, to approve that?
I'll make a
cannot-
motion to approve.
Second?
I guess I'll second it.
Okay. It's been approved in second, or motion in second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
I abstain.
motion carried. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, just for information for the viewers, History on Wheels will be at the Apple Dumpling Games, or Apple Dumpling Days, both on Friday night and Saturday night. On Friday night from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturday night from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. And once more, the live spot will be Friday night from 6 to 7 during the concert by Miss Jackie and Save Tonight in front of the Art Association building. Do you have anything else to add, Amanda?
I don't think so.
Everybody come. A good time will be had by all. It looks like this.
70 vendors.
Do I?
70 vendors.
70 vendors,
And 7
so-
food trucks.
Oh, and 7 food trucks.
And beer and wine garden.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go.
And the whole kids' corner will take up the whole courthouse parking lot will be full of hay rides, pumpkin decorating, several crafts, dunk tank.
Blow-ups.
Blow-ups.
Sounds like sounds like a great event, so we encourage everybody to. Okay, thanks,
All right.
Amanda. Sorry
Thank
for
you.
the, sorry.
That's
for-
all right.
yeah.
All right, now I gotta get to the last meeting for Apple Dumpling, make sure everybody knows what they're doing. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Okay, next we have Matt McWhorter, is that correct? With Livability Magazine, and he would like to report on his findings from our ad for the bicentennial in the last issue.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say thanks a lot for letting me have the opportunity to come in and speak to you today and give you some update on the performance of your return on your investment for your print and online advertising within the Livability East Central Indiana and also Indiana Livability website. A little history again on iterate a little bit about our company and what we do. So we work on a national basis. East Central Indiana is one of the many markets that we serve, that we represent the tourism, business attraction, and also talent recruitment efforts. And we've been now working in the East Central Indiana market now for the last 3 years. The contract was renewed for the next 3 years because of the performance and also the promotion that we're giving for the region, not only to a regional audience, but a statewide audience and a national and global audience. This is also the same publication that a lot of the top employers are showing to actually get them to move and relocate to East Central Indiana and your communities. So it's very important, but also for business investment. And then as far as the tourism aspect, we're the same publisher that works on the Tennessee Statewide Tourism publication for the Department of Tourism of Tennessee, the Nashville Visitors Guide, one of the top tourism cities in the United States right now, hottest places to go. So we're very familiar with that cross promotion and providing a lot of great content out there and connecting to the right audience for East Central Indiana. One I first wanted to show you is one of the first 3 platforms, the print publication that you're looking at digitally right now online is actually being distributed to all the tourism locations in East Central Indiana. And also it's being distributed to any new residents moving to the East Central Indiana through direct mail and also through the employers. The third component is the Chamber of Commerce distribution throughout the whole 10-county region. So we have very targeted, very good distribution throughout the whole area. But also online, this digital version that we're currently looking at with your ad placement of that 3-page interior gatefold. We're currently have 150,000 people that are reading the digital magazine online. And I'll give you from what cities that they're reaching, their connecting to it. And via the platforms that we're looking at, one here is Livability Indiana. Livability Indiana is the statewide site that you currently have a digital display ad up at the top of the page. This particular website is read by 500,000 annual readers. So it's a very prominent position. This ad that you currently have at the top has had 25,000 impressions. So you're getting
25,000
some
impressions.
excellent coverage that way. Also, the digital magazine, you see where right now it's the only publication that we have that's prominently displayed on the Livability Indiana website. The topics related to tourism, of course, are the things to do section. You can see some of the featured cities. If you go to some of these other featured cities, that same digital magazine is being displayed when somebody goes to Muncie, somebody goes to Richmond, somebody goes and looks at the livability pages. If you go to also the second media platform we have is just for East Central Indiana. You have the featured areas of Muncie, Anderson, Richmond, Marion, Newcastle, and your hometown, Connersville, Illinois, Rushville, Portland, Hartford City, digital magazine displayed up to the right-hand side. So this is another platform that we use to connect. You can even, I'll show you an example how some of the other visitors bureaus are connecting to their audiences. So we provide even a tourism or things to do section sponsorship that Wayne County took advantage of. And that particular site provides them a great chance. Looks like I'm going a little too fast for the system here. There we go. So the things to do section of the website actually will display all Richmond related Visitor Bureau ads. And then if you go to the other platform, the digital magazine, these are all website linking digital display ads. So we have that great connectivity there. The print and the digital aspect of this program is reaching all different targeted age groups. The publications are being distributed at different fairs, different tourism type events throughout the whole year. Amy plans to do it here upcoming for a couple of major events. So we're getting great distribution out the area. And Fayette County has so many unique aspects that we haven't even promoted yet, that we want that opportunity to be able to extend your brand and extend your great things to do. So the opportunity is that center gatefold position is a very prominent position you have within the magazine. You have the right to first refusal to renew that particular ad placement. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today is our rates have not gone up for next year. So far as on the state page, the Indiana page, you're going to be still, if you renew that same state presence with that 25,000 impressions, that's only going to continue to grow because we're adding more content to these sites on a daily basis. And with the 4th annual edition, so it's going to increase traffic back to the websites that our advertising sponsors are promoting through their digital display ads and also digital magazine ads. So it's a great opportunity to be a part of a great regional campaign to really get your branding and promotional message out there, what makes it great to come and visit Fayette County.
So that center page advertising this, that the top ad there when you come into the page goes along with that,
Yes, ma'am.
that positioning in the magazine?
It's a
That's how we-
package group
that's
for
how
the
we have
print
that.
and the online.
So anyone that goes online, it's gonna look like that with our,
Exactly.
Logo there.
These are live sites that are currently active. They're not mock-ups or anything like that.
okay.
You can even go on your cell phone right now, and we have a very streamlined mobile version, which a lot of travelers, visitors love, because it's very easy to navigate. You can go to Livability Indiana right now, and your Livability, your Connersville ad will show up at the top in rotation with the Mutual Bank ad.
Okay.
And your overall investment for that 3-page gatefold with that online ad component for the whole net cost, it's an annual publication that we do, so it's distributed starting in April and distributed all the way to the next April. And same with the online portion of it too. That's when we can update the digital magazine and also your online display ad. The annual investment that you all paid was total $12,515, and then that was split between some majority of different organizations that Amy got funding from. And so we're currently in production, And I would even be willing to come back. I met with Amy already and gave her an overview, but if there are individuals that I would need to meet with, that would be definitely something I can do.
Okay. Are there any questions or
And our
discussion?
rates haven't changed from last year, even though our distribution, the print copies will be 15,000. They're distributed throughout the whole region. All the visitors bureaus, Chamber of Commerce, city government offices, distributed by major employers. Their new family information packets, they get a copy of the East Central Indiana magazine.
Now, are those just distributed through East Central Indiana, or they are all over the
They're also
state?
distributed on a national basis. So when we publish this, it's distributed in direct mail to site selectors. Those are organizations that are looking, and their job is to help companies move and relocate. So we're also helping your communities grow and prosper by, providing that information to a company that might be interested in East Central Indiana. So we're trying to get more people to move to East Central Indiana to help our companies grow, and also our communities grow and prosper. So your investment is always also helping that very important cause.
So there would be 15,000 print copies, and then, of course, the online.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions for him?
So you say you publish in April?
Yes.
So as we look forward to towards the end of this year, when would we have to submit everything and have it all paid and whatnot?
The copy, as far as the creative, we actually built that ad for you all for no cost
Mm-hmm.
with the materials that were provided.
Mm-hmm.
It's helpful if we get those new materials in, and then we could even look at if you want to change up the ad somewhat. As long as we get those by that first week of December, we should be in good shape.
And we don't have to make a decision tonight. He
I-
said that, yeah, but, yeah.
And then we have the added convenience to it, that being published in April of next year. If we can receive half of the payment by when the materials are due, the 1st of December. The second remaining payment, the remaining balance payment, wouldn't be due until publication date in April 2020. So that would give you time to get funding from any possible partners like Whitewater Railroad and some others. I believe that's the way it was done even this past year. I want to share with you some of our content that we're excited. We've already started to develop it. So it's really going to be fun, because one of the featured articles that we're going to have is in the Discover section of the magazine, digital magazine. We call it Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So we'll have the Wilbur Wright birthplace, the Polar Express story there. So, and then the Model T Museum. So that's fun. And then if you go in and look at, we're going to have a second Day Trippers story.
Well, in that article, actually should have something on our museum with all of our vehicles that were manufactured.
Oh, yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's some content that if you all can share with us, and definitely share with Mindy Kenworthy with the East Central Indiana Regional Partnership, we can communicate that back to Mindy, or definitely have it part of the content. Well, you can look on the bottom of the page.
Yeah, there's,
Yeah, that
yeah.
page would change.
Yeah, that
Yeah, that would definitely change as I'm going.
But the
Yeah.
cars
Or
and stuff could
bicentennial.
stay.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, as far as
Yeah.
the picture of the automobile
Yeah,
museum.
as far as that.
Maybe a different list of events or something.
Right.
Coming up events instead, just
Right.
because we don't have one.
We wouldn't have the
Huge one.
bicentennial again.
And then we're also, within the Day Trippers story, we're going to have, let's see if I can find it here.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah, we'll have the Fayette County Historical Museum, Little Detroit.
That's, yeah.
Yeah. And then also the Man Love Park Dam, and then the Rips Family Barbecue.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're excited about already, and the content that we developed, this particular project is solely funded by the ad placement sponsorship. So we appreciate your support in really getting the word out. It makes it great to come and visit Fayette County. also the region as a whole.
I noticed on the next page, if you go to the next page on yours, that you had listings of new businesses.
My screen seems to be freezing
A
up.
little slow, but, I mean, we've got quite a few more since
Yeah.
then. That of course would change too, but we.
Yeah, we could change
especially
that
restaurants,
content for you
especially
too.
restaurants, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if you'd want to put it in there or not, but now our downtown is a historic district.
Historical-
We have a
historic
no
district.
local historic
Oh,
district.
right.
Yes, we have been named a historical
Our-
district downtown. just
Oh,
recently.
definitely. See, those are all, it's good to have fresh content
Oh, yeah.
like that, so those are great ideas in which we could change the ad design.
Right. Okay. Any other questions or discussion beforehand? Appreciate
Not right now.
Appreciate all the information. You've given us a lot to think about, so.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
What are your first thoughts as far as the possible renewal?
Well, I can't commit. I mean, we can't commit.
Oh,
to
I'm not really looking, any
Yeah.
objections or any concerns that maybe
I don't
I can
think so.
No,
address?
I don't think so, no.
It's
Okay.
nice to be able to see, like,
The
just the fact that you can
results.
tell us that online ad got 25,000 impressions, which I assume means clicks. People clicked on it and looked at it.
Impressions are actually views.
Views.
Where they've actually clicked it to view, yeah.
Yeah, where they actually, the page that they would be looking at, your ad would be in viewable
Right.
on that particular page.
So we know at the most, 25,000 people have viewed it.
Right.
It could be
Have you-
12,000 people see it twice, but most 25,000 people. It's nice to have a physical thing that say we spent this money on this, and we know that this many people saw it. It's a nice
That many
physical
hits.
way of saying, yeah, this money actually did something, not it just kind of,
Yeah,
we spent it on ad, no one saw it. No way to
oh, yeah, and that's the most-
accountability, I guess. Is
Well, the most important aspect of the online ad, I can tell you right now, is one, to be viewed, which you're very in high rotation with only one other advertiser on that landing page for Livability Indiana. But secondly is to try and get them to click through. And as far as your ad design, we could do some things related to, if you submit it to us, if you have somebody capable of doing that, we accept animated rich media files. That would mean your ad would almost look like a small movie clip. You could have up to 5 different photos rotating on that same leaderboard
Let me see,
ad.
animated what? What was that again, animated?
It's referred to as animated rich media
Okay.
file submission.
now we've got our website up and put a link to our website on it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
It'd be
absolutely.
nice.
Definitely.
So as long as
And then the 150,000 readers online, and did you say 500,000 yearly?
500,000 to this site that where your
Yes.
ad is currently located.
Oh, to the need to know, Indiana need to know that site.
To this landing page for Livability Indiana.
Okay. So in essence, the 25,000 was, in essence, was 25,000 hits
Right.
on that. on this.
Yeah, because what we want them to do is actually click through.
You're
You
right.
get more traffic back to your site.
Right.
And with that animated rich media, it increases the click-through rate by 70%. That's not our numbers, that's by organizations, third party. It's a point roll. So there are organizations that track and survey and find out what makes people actually click through. And then actually having a true call to action. I mean, that's a good, but maybe we could take out so many photos because it makes it less busy. But if we get the animated rich media file, you could have maybe 1 or 2 photos per slide of that 5.
And that animated rich media files, that's included in that price? I mean,
Yes, ma'am.
is that- Okay, that's,
Yeah, we physically can't design those, but our clients can submit them.
Submit them, okay.
Yeah, if you have somebody that works well with that type of media, they'll definitely understand what an animated rich media file would be.
okay.
And it's also explained within the media kit that I'm going to leave behind.
Okay, okay. Okay. Anything else for Matt?
yeah.
Appreciate the presentation, that really, it helps, like you said, to know that, I mean, because that's a chunk of money.
Oh, definitely.
To know that it's really actually,
Oh, it's
Doing
performing
stuff.
even
Performing.
above expectations, and it will continue to do because of the content we're adding.
right.
So, and that content is what's driving traffic.
Okay.
We're, as a national publisher, if you go to our mainlivability.com website, we have 12 million annual visitors. And our percentage of increase year over year is almost 10 to 20%.
Cool.
Yeah, and we're targeting the age groups, the millennial age groups, the younger families, and also even the Gen Zs, which is that new 18 to 25-year-old age group. But then also the print publication is still, it's
People still.
older
want-
generations
still
love
want-
the print
Still want
aspect, so.
You
And
need
then,
something to read in the doctor's office.
and still to this day, it's funny because print publications are the #1 media to drive people online.
Well, and if you're in a bad, Wi-Fi area or whatever, you still got the print copy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, so.
Okay.
When would be the best time to follow up? Would there be somebody I could talk with next
would-
week, or?
I would talk with Amy.
Amy, yeah.
Okay, Amy would be the best person?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And you'll be able to relay back your
Yes.
feedback?
I'll get
and
with her the first of the week and tell
Oh,
her.
excellent. I'll follow up with
If
her
not-
about this time next week then.
Okay, you'll follow up, okay.
And then let me leave you a copy. This is the current media kit that will provide some detailed information.
Okay,
Oh,
great,
excellent.
thank you.
Thank you all for your time. I
Thank
really
you so much.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here, for all the information.
And I'll leave, just in case any questions pop up.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you very much.
Pass now. Take my pass now. Our
I
teacher
usually do
usually.
the passing, I don't know the passing.
Okay, does anybody have any old business or new business?
Jackie.
Just Jackie.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is, okay. I was looking at the screen,
I only know because I got an email before.
It's on here,
Yeah.
but I
Already did read it.
apologize. Jackie, you want to come on up? Thank you. I apologize.
I'll give you a copy. The last thing that we want to do for the bicentennial
Okay.
is to put the plaque to commemorate the new stage and lighting. And the two plaques, Kane Signs was about the only place that I could find that would be able to do the metal stamping kind of thing. Most of them wanted just to do the vinyl, like iron-on kind of things, like they do for automobiles and that kind of stuff. And I thought
Doesn't last.
for future. And would like to see about getting the 12 by 16, because the sign that's there now on the post at the bottom of the stage is a 12 by 16, and I would like for this one to be at least that large, since we are adding, the number of lines here is considerably more than the sign that's there, so for readability.
I like the extra
You
line.
have the money.
Yeah.
And you're way under
Can you even
spending.
get
Yeah.
bigger?
So can you do bigger?
I mean, the
Yeah,
only
but I
I'm
mean,
asking-
we can go bigger.
Because I'm asking too, because the one that's up there now,
This.
Do
I
bigger.
mean, I wasn't that far, I was maybe 4,
Yeah,
5,
even if
10.
you're on the stage, it is hard
It is-
to.
I couldn't make it
You
out.
have
Hard to see.
$3,679.
Oh, I can probably spend that.
We can't spend that.
But you can.
It's all you.
Okay,
And is this like the black cast iron with the raised, like gold
right,
lettering and
yeah,
whatever?
this would be the silver lettering, and I
lettering,
think, I have a picture of it, of one that would be made like it, and I thought visibility, it was,
I agree with
it
you.
was
I think
quite
bigger-
stunning.
Bigger might be better.
The number of people that I have on there is there anybody that, that you know of that maybe we need to mention? I tried to,
You might know better than us.
Yeah.
okay.
I definitely like this one better with the second line though, because that kind of breaks it up. to where-
I like the solid lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two lines.
Um,
Just one thing, I like that.
Yeah, I thought, and that was a very small sign, and the letters were a little larger.
Right.
But I think the black with, is better visible
Kinda like a
wise
canvas,
than the sign that's there now. And,
Make it big and fancy,
Yes.
because you got money to spend.
yes,
Absolutely.
well, if you think bigger is better, I mean, we can,
At our last meeting, Mike said he wanted to use the remaining balance for the sign to hopefully
Okay.
clear out the account.
okay,
So
Yeah,
I
this is-
don't know why you couldn't go bigger
Yeah.
and fancier.
okay. Well, and it may be that we could include a
Okay.
mounting.
Bigger 12 by 16 is
Bigger
a
and
good idea.
fancier, but Daniel's drawing the line at obnoxious.
Yeah,
Right.
Because you have to remember too that it is a performance space. So you don't want to take. You
Well,
know,
maybe.
if it's 20 feet,
Or
that's
even
that's
two,
No,
one
no,
for
that
each
big.
side.
Yeah,
On
well,
the
maybe,
bottom.
One at the top, one at the bottom.
Yeah, one at the top.
maybe because the sign that is out front for the original 1988, 1989 list a lot of names. If we went and like the Fayette County Tourism Board, if we listed the names of the board underneath it.
Sure.
Listed, I don't think we could list all of the bicentennial committee.
No.
There was 13 of us.
But the trick is, if you list.
If you list somebody,
So I
we
think
I
would-
think
it's
you're
better
better
just to
off
have-
this way
I think so
because
too.
Yeah.
although
think
I
so
will
too.
say take out the with generous contributions from, not with the generous contributions.
Oh, with
Yeah.
generous, okay.
I
Yeah,
think
'cause actually
some
it's still
grammarian
the
needs to
effort
check
to-
my math.
Well, I think maybe
I
what
don't
they're
have
talking about is these were active people in the. maybe
Yeah, the
Lions Club
Connersville
just-
Lions Club
just did-
was a major contributor. They
Money-wise.
contributed,
Yeah.
But these were the ones that actually did were actually actively involved.
Right, yeah.
I think that's why, is that why you
Yeah,
separated that?
yeah.
Yeah, because this was monetary where the other was.
This was monetary
sweat
where
labor
this was
Sweat labor and the whole.
sweat labor, yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
I
Yeah.
think it's with
The,
generous.
well, although with the mayor and the city, they allowed us to do what we did, and the Parks Department allowed us to do what we did at the park by the
Well,
lighting.
what you might do, and this is just a suggestion, is have the efforts of the Bicentennial Committee, the Tourism Board, and the Parks Department, and then include the mayor and the city down with the generous contributions from.
Well, they didn't actually contribute any money.
Contribution isn't, yeah, they
Well, that's
didn't
true, that
contribute.
wasn't voluntary.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's true, absolutely.
Yeah, they just let us do what we did.
Or if you had a bigger sign, you could do the three at the top and with cooperation from
Oh,
Mayor Harold Gordon, City of Connersville,
Yeah,
and
that
then
would-
generous contributions from the Lions Club.
yeah.
But it
Because
was
that would
effort. I
differentiate.
like the efforts. I like how you put the effort
Oh,
in
I
there
like that
because
at
it
the
was-
top of
Yeah.
that, but I mean, then
Below.
have this state, leave that there, and have these three here, and then
Gotcha.
have with cooperation of
Write
Okay.
down
these two,
what the
and then
balance
the
is.
generous
You wanna write down what the
contributions.
balance
Yes.
is. so
Oh,
you
I
know
like
what to-
this too. This is a
Um,
lot of-
3679,
It's 3609.
70.
3679.
Oh, 36.
36,
I wrote it
79.
down.
And 50
And 50
cents.
cents, don't forget.
Oh, and
I mean, if you
59.
can get it big enough.
No, $3,679.50.
Oh, and 50 cents,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't go over that
You
amount.
might even be able to put your committee members on there.
Yeah.
As far as like the steering committee, I mean, depending on how big it is.
Yeah,
Right.
Because what'd you say, 13?
huh?
13?
Yeah, there was 13
Those
original.
names don't have to be as big as,
Right.
Right, they could be
Words.
in much smaller
Yeah.
letters.
So just-
I
And,
mean, you have the money to do that.
okay, well, it gives me a little bit, because I didn't know how much we had to work with, so.
The price you got on here, is that also the mounting or is that just the
No,
sign?
that's just the sign,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So we gotta-
So, I don't think, where the sign is mounted now at the bottom of the stage, I think if we went larger, we would want to maybe relocate this sign and not do it at the bottom of the stage, maybe, because like I said, at the entrance on the outside, the original
Right.
plaque that's there, maybe we could get them to do one on the other side and have a much larger one.
There you go.
So, okay.
That would be more, I think it would look
I think
better,
you
and then
would
it's not
see it,
interfering
you would
with the
see it
stage.
more when you came in. When you're inside, you're not
Yeah, you're
concentrating
not.
on that, you're concentrating on the stage, and we don't want to detract from that.
Right,
If it's on
okay.
the stage, you're never gonna see it anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Most people will never see it.
Yeah.
I think,
But those
Yeah,
are
you
just
would-
walking in.
Yeah, if you put
outside,
it out
that's what
front.
you're
Outside.
Yeah,
outside.
we're outside in the entrance. Okay, I'll talk to Catherine then at the park and,
Okay.
and see maybe about doing that on the other side. Since this was a major construction and a major contribution to the amphitheater.
Yep.
So, okay, well, I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
And, I'll try to have it back for the next meeting
Okay.
next month.
Okay, that'll be great.
That's okay?
I was just thinking we might have to go through, if we put it out there in front of my, are you thinking about mounting it on a wall or putting it in a? The park is a historic district, so it has to go through HPC if we put something on the walls or something,
Okay.
We
so,
might even put it on a stake.
yeah.
Put it on a stake or put it somewhere. You know.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because that's
would be
where
the
the
next
sign
step.
is at. It's on a, like an inch and a half, square tubing stake that's in the ground on one side, which has the Tri-Kappa for their flower contributions, and then the two large brass signs that have the 88, 89 remodeling that they done, so.
It would probably start to go through HPC, but it's not gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
Not that I can speak for the board, but I'm on it, and I don't think that's something that we're gonna, it's
Okay.
not like it's gonna
Okay,
detract.
this would be
Because
something
it's
that
not
would
gonna-
be taken to the historic preservation then as well.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think once you've got a final design,
Okay.
we'll take it through there.
Okay.
Just
'Cause I-
because it's a sign and it'd be considered permanent,
Yeah,
I'd say just to cross your i's and dot your t's.
yeah, so to
Like you said, just don't make it obnoxious.
speak, yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't think it'd be a problem
Okay.
because it's not gonna.
Okay, because I know the park board has to approve it as well,
Yeah.
so, okay. All righty, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Jackie.
Thank you.
Does anyone have anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, meeting adjourned. All in favor?
Alright.
Yep.
All opposed? Okay, meeting's adjourned.
Anybody gonna see Donna?